So that narcissist or that toxic person, uh, they pretended to be somebody that they really are not. You were dealing with a fictional character. You were dealing with somebody that had to put on an act in order to get from you what they wanted. Whether it was a status or a roof over their head or clothes on their back, or even in my case, to move out of their mama's house, and to have somebody take care of them. Yeah, so that's who they are. They have to pretend and put on an act in order to obtain anything from anybody. They most certainly will use their bodies to get what they want. I am 110% sure that's what I went through. And they will put on a sob story, so that you'll feel bad and that you won't leave. There are so many times that I wanted to leave. So many instances that I wanted to leave. Do not do like I did and stay around because you feel bad. And no, because you don't even know. If you look back, you don't even know if those stories were true or not. And at this point, I really think a lot of them were lies, or they were half-truths or whatever. But just know that person that you saw in the end, that cruel, that lying, deceitful, coward, cheater, deceitful, manipulative, future faking person that you saw, abusive person that you saw at the end, is who they have been all this time. So they will lie to you. There are so many things now that I have found out that this person was literally lying. And when I would say something to them about it, their behavior got worse and worse. And you know why their behavior gets worse and worse? It's because you found them out, and they don't want you to say anything about it. Just know they are bullies. They will run to the law. So they have a double standard. They could do what they want to do to you, but God forbid you say anything to them, and God forbid, you hold them accountable. So just know that person you saw at the end, that's who they are. That they don't have anything in common with you. Remember that. They have nothing in common with you, so they have to act like they like they like the same music as you, the same food as you, the same brands, whatever. They have to act. Whereas your love, your compassion, your, staying up late in those telephone calls, and staying up late within your marriage or relationship, those, conversations that you had, those were all fake. They couldn't have cared less. They could have cared less how you felt, or what you were going through, or even, if you had a disagreement with them. Just know they hold all of that against you. They are not empathetic people. They are not compassionate people, and they do not give a shit about you and how you feel. I had to learn that the hard way. So don't be like me and think that somebody actually cares about you. The most saddest part is that they will pretend with your friends and family. And because they know that your friends and family are very close to you and, know what your story has been. But then also with your friends and family, in the end too, some of them are not really who they pretend, put themselves out to be either. So sometimes it's like a double whammy at the end of a situation with the narcissist. Who they pretend to be in the beginning is not who they end up being in the end. And I had to see that the hard way. They do not care about you. They do not love you. It is for what they could get out of you. And I remember being told, "Oh, I love you. I loved you as a friend." And I sat there for a minute, and the things that this person said to me, I had to sit back and I had to think. A friend doesn't go all out. I mean, they might go, and do things for you, but not in the capacity that a lover would. And so the things that they were saying to me, I knew I was just supply for them. Cause it was so funny. Like I would go, like they would ask me to do something. I would go and do it. And then they would be talking behind my back and then go right back into being mean and nasty to me. And then I had read one text message where they were saying I was trying to get them back. And it's like, I wasn't trying to get you back. I wasn't trying to be with you again. And so you have to know that they're delusional. They think you want them. If you speak on what they've done, and it's I'll always say this, who you saw in the end is who they really are. They do not change. They just mask who they are. That rage that you see at certain times, that's who they are. And then they have the nerve and the audacity to say that you are, you have no control, or you're impulsive, and, the things that they do to you, the things that they do to you in the end, they mean it. They enjoy seeing you hurt and cry. And I'll never forget this. I will never forget, the things that was going on. And even their own family knew that I was very hurt and, crying. And, I know in the end, and you should know in the end, at whatever part, that you tried your best, that you tried to do, the best that you could do. This person took advantage of you. This person manipulated you. And by you talking about it, they don't want you to talk about it. They want you to be quiet. I remember there was a text conversation between this person and I, and they literally told me, to shut the hell up, we're done. And so, because they do not want to hear, they only want compliance from you. So my thing is, as I continue to heal and try to help others, I'm not going to be quiet about it. If they wanted you to speak in them in a better light, then they shouldn't have did what they did to you. They're going to attack your mental health. That's their perfect go-to. Now I understand why I always heard in that family, oh, somebody was crazy. Oh, they lost their mind. That's because they done did something fucked up to somebody. So just know they act. They put on a whole show in order to get you, in order to manipulate you. So they don't really like you as what you could give them. Everything that this person, whatever they would say that they wanted, or, if they felt some type of way, I was always, trying to make it better. But I had to realize in the end, what I had did for them, they did not do for me. What they had did to me, the cheating, they didn't feel bad for that. They didn't feel bad at all. I remember a friend had came over to try and mediate, and the friend had said that, put plain out, she's using you. She used you in order to get where she needed, and now she's just throwing you to the side. And so for any of, your enablers that are listening, she admitted, to you, to not feeling bad about what she had did. And it was even seen what she was doing was wrong. So all the excuses, all the running to the police that these people do, they only do it to keep you quiet. Well, in my case, I'm not going to be quiet. If they didn't want anybody to know, then they shouldn't have did it. But yeah, it's a sick, cruel, thing that these people do. And take your time, don't sit in your anger too long. Heal, do all the things that you couldn't have done while you were with them. Enjoy life, really get out and, just be within yourself. You don't have to be with somebody. They jump to the next person to make it seem like it was you. But guess what? They're going to abuse that person too. So that's the thing now that I see and I chuckle at, because she going to abuse them. She's going to use them. She's going to have a sob story. And she's going to use her body to obtain, supply. So, so they will try and stop you. Just know they will try and stop you.